Alright, welcome back to the people. On this video, I'm titling it Questions to Ask Yourself Before Starting a Business. Now, in the 21st century, things are a lot different to incorporate the process of starting a business from a what do I need perspective to a how much or how long is it going to take for this to actually take off, right? Because today, you can actually have a system up and running in a week, or less, sometimes a day, just depending on how much you know about what it is that you're trying to start. Right? A lot of times, the business we want to start, we've been actually working in a system like that for a long time, so we know a lot about it, and we know everything that goes on within it, which is a plus. But quite often, like me, that's not the case. And you have to learn everything for yourself. And as you're learning everything, there's a way that you can identify certain things, or whether or not certain things need to be in your system. Now, as I read these lists, or as I go over this list, you want to kind of have a mental checklist that you can kind of check off when you're starting a business, because sometimes that's where your strength is. Because once you decide to do something that you haven't been doing before, you have to make certain that there is a window, that you create a window to be able to do that. You can't just haphazardly say, okay, I'm gonna work on my business on Monday from 7 to 9, and on Tuesday, I'm not gonna work on it. On Wednesday, I'm not gonna work on it. On Thursday, I'm gonna work on it from 5 to 8. Nah, you can't do it like that. That's not a business, that's a hobby. You have to look at it from a business perspective. Businesses have hours that they're open, right? Hours of operation. So you have to start out like that. You can't just leave that to chance. You understand you have to structure certain things, because it's you that's having to do these, right? Not that person or that person, it's you. So you want to make it as easy and as acceptable for your system as possible, because we all have things that we have to do outside of starting a business, right? It's called life. And as you're living your life, sometimes your business will overlap. You'll have to do this instead of that, right? That's called life. But you make an adjustment and you get right back to what you need to do as quickly as possible. Now, the first one that says, step one is to make a list. That's very important. What do you spend your money on? These are questions that you want to ask yourself before starting a business. Like I was telling you earlier, that you want to be able to identify all the moving parts, so you're not paying for things that you're not needing, right? Number two, what do you love to do, or what hobbies do you like? Because that's the world that you want to be in, that world right there. Because as time consuming and as all intensive or all hands on deck for gaining this knowledge as growing a business is, it needs to be based on something that you don't dread, or something that you hate to do. Because if it's based on something you hate to do but it makes a lot of money, you're not going to like that, and you're not going to be able to sustain that for very long periods of time. Number three, what are everyday problems in your life that you can solve? These are questions that you can ask yourself when you get ready to consider starting a business, what type of business you want to start. If asking these questions will trigger something in your mind to start those wheels to turning, get those good energies to start to want to bring you some good answers, right? Number four, what are your skills and talents? What are you good at? Number five, what do you want to do every day? What makes you get up in the morning? Because see, when you decide to start a business, you're going to have to do something every day in your business, but only on days that end in Y. So that's every day. You're going to have to do something every day in your business. No matter how small, it needs to be something that's done in your business, like creating videos. If you're creating videos, you need to create videos every day. Every day. Because see, it's not just the ones that you're putting out. It's you being able to play it back and see what you did wrong, or where you need to make some adjustments. That's one of the ways you grow. The next one is, what do you want? What did you want to be when you grew up? Number seven, What do you want to, who do you want to hang out with each day? Because see, when you grow in a business in the, let's say the consultant business, you're going to be around a different group of people than if you're growing a business in the automotive business, right? That's just a different world altogether. Number 9, what impact can you make on the world? You want to make an impact on the world, right? You want the world to know that you were here, don't you? Number 10, what do you want your legacy to be? Number 11, what do you do if money, what would you do if money is not an option? What would you do if money wasn't an option? I tell you, let me give you a quick example. Let's see, that's 10. I had a system one time where I was going to help one of my friends start a lawn care business, right? And I'm from Oklahoma, so my friend is from Oklahoma. He was going to come in Texas. He was going to come to Texas and run a lawn care service that I was setting up for him. And I bought the truck, I bought the equipment, I bought everything, and something happened that he couldn't come. And I ended up having to do that along for the summer myself for him. And he still couldn't come after the summer, so I ended up selling everything because that wasn't what I do. Not only was that not what I do, but it was too much for me. I'm not like an outdoor person like that. That's not like, I didn't enjoy that. The money was good because when it first started, he was supposed to start like right in the, like in March. He's supposed to start in March. And the 1st of March, I had like 15 clients lined up for him. All he had to do was just insert himself and go to work, right? But something happened where he couldn't come, and I said, well, I'm gonna do it in the summer and see how how it feels. Nope, that didn't work for me. So like you'll do something that you'll make a little money at, but you'll know that that's not for you, and that's how we learn. That's how we grow, right? Number 12. What would you do? What would you be? What would be your rock star job title? What would be your rock star job title? Don't know that one. Number 13. What are your strengths and weaknesses? See, we need to know those about ourselves. Like, where am I weak? Am I a procrastinator? Am I someone who can get everything started, but I have a problem finishing? You have to identify that for yourself. And 14, what would your dream life look like? These are questions that you want to ask yourself before starting a business. Now, the next section is called Engulf Yourself in Your Industry. And it has questions as well. Question number 15 says, what are the leading blogs, magazines, and publications that you study? Number 16, who are the leaders and influences in that industry? Number 17, how are people already making money in that industry? Number 18, what are the leading companies in that space? Number 19, can you get a position or internship to learn about the industry first? Number 20, what are the common questions and customers What are the common questions the customers and readers of the blogs have? Number 21, how has the industry changed in the last 5, 10, or 20 years? 22, what companies have failed in that industry? Number 23, who is the average consumer? 24, what niches are unserved? Number 25, how can you improve, disrupt, or turn the industry upside down? See, these are things that you can think about, but a lot of these won't apply to you. What you want to focus on are what I call the general things initially, because that's where your level of understanding is. You understand the basic things. So there are other things that are going to come into play that are going to be necessary, but initially you don't have to really delve into those too deeply, because my system teaches you to begin setting up the foundation based on 3 things: And that's your belief, knowledge, and accountability. So you're going to have to understand that who you become is more important than the business, because who you become is going to be the brand. It's going to reference the business, right? So you want to get your character in order. You want to get your that you're a person of quality. You create value. You want to get all those things lined up, because those are going to matter. Not initially, because nobody's really going to know you, but over time, that's going to matter, because people are going to be giving you opportunities based on what value you bring, whether or not you're trustworthy, whether or not you're ethical. All those things are going to matter. The next segment I'm going to go to is called Network Your Butt Off. Now, think about that. Marketing, networking, getting to know people is very, very important in the business industry. Actually, it's paramount in the business industry. And it has some questions as well. It says, where does your target market hang out? Where do the people that you want to buy your products or service hang out? Because you want to be in that service. You want to be in that circle. You want to kind of have a way of getting them to know who you are, so that they can begin to know, like, and trust you. Next, how are the local leaders in your industry? How are the local leaders in your industry? Okay, I guess that's number 28. Which one of your friends would buy a product from you? Because people, especially your friends, will say, I support you 100%, but will never buy anything from you. They expect you to, what? Give it to them. Right. Number 30. What problems do you help people solve? Number 31. What problems do these people have? Number 32. What skills do you have, and what skills do you need from a business partner? I personally don't recommend taking on a business partner initially, because for me, I need that business partner to bring something. We don't need to be both at level 0 of understanding. They need to be kind of like a mentor, someone who can kind of guide me so that I can, help someone else. But if I'm having to guide them and they don't really know what I know, then I need to know what I know first. Then I can bring them on board. And finally, the final step I want to talk about is take the leap. And these are some questions under that. Is there healthy competition around your industry? Number 36, can you stand out from the pack? Number 37, is your business scalable? In other words, can you grow it? Number 38, can you start small without huge capital investment? That's major. That's major. Because one of the number one reasons companies go belly up is funding. They can't get the funding to sustain. So you want to make certain that, what I like to share with people is, you want to start your business on what we call a bootstrap income or bootstrap level. You don't really want to just jump in with your 401k. If you got $200,000 in there, you don't want to put that type of money into an investment that you know very little about. It's not smart. It's not wise. Okay, 41. Is the market for your business big enough to support your idea? These are questions you want to ask yourself before starting a business. Nothing else, just questions you want to ponder, right? 42. How much money will your idea cost to start? 43. Will my business always rely on me, or can I delegate responsibility? 44. Will this idea make me money? 45. What are your goals, short term and long term? 46. Who will actually pay for this? 47. Do you really believe in your idea? 48. Does your idea provide value to the customer? 49. Can you explain your idea to your kid's sister? And finally, how will you exit your business? Because certain businesses, you want to have an exit strategy. You want to have a way of getting out, so to speak, selling it, making money from that so that you can go do something else. And that's very important when you setting up a brick and mortar location, because those are basically the ones that you'll sell more so than the internet businesses, because a lot of the internet businesses are consulting businesses that require your expertise, right? That's the business I like to teach and help people learn, is the consulting business. And that's why you're here, right? So that you can learn little nuances about how to start your own consulting business, because I'm doing the consulting work right here in front of you, and you can do the same thing. All right, remember to like these videos, share these videos, and I'll see you on the next video.